Hello and welcome to Get Wise with Perrywise. Today we're starting with episode 1, Powershell, Toes in the Water. Let me give you a brief interview. Let me give you a brief introduction to myself. I am Perrywise. The first computer I ever owned, wasn't really mine. It was my parents'. It was my mom's, to be specific. We're talking the kind where it only had DOS, and its only function was basically a word search. You put in some words, it popped out a word search. You found the words using DOS. Growing up, I spent many years in customer service, ranging from McDonald's to Burger King to Walmart, while using computers and working on them on the side. It grew to such an interest that I grew all the way to getting a bachelor's degree in it. And presently speaking, I am Network and Security Plus certified. I currently have 8 years in the industry and counting. With that said, I'm planning on learning PowerShell from a book called Learn PowerShell in a month of lunches. I've heard great things about this book, and this is a chronicle of me going into it. Why am I trying to learn PowerShell? A scripting language is a great skill to have. In my career in IT, there's a lot of learning, but it's a matter of learning something just enough. Personally speaking, programming and computer science is partially my kryptonite. It's just not my thing. That's part of why I'm in IT. Computer science, again, not my thing. With that said, it's something that cannot be avoided. Gonna have to learn some of it. Whether it be just basic CMD commands, got some of those, absolutely. Python, R, definitely things I might learn down the pipeline. We'll see how they go. Another reason to learn PowerShell is to automate things. That too is a great skill to have, especially if it's boring drudge work you don't want to do. It's also built straight into Windows, so there's no arbitrary, cumbersome downloads needed. And it's versatile. Whether you've got Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 7, Windows Server, though there are, exceptions to this, let's say Windows ME, PowerShell is going to be useful for all those, except for, again, them past a certain point. With that said, let's get into PowerShell. Up at the top there, you can see we're running it as administrator. You usually want to make sure you're running it as administrator. PowerShell is an incredibly powerful tool that gives more freedom to administrators than normal users should have. With that said, we're going to be taking a brief look into several commands and what that includes. Let's see, if we just type in git -s and hit tab, we can see here we were cycling through several options that will start with git -s. So, see, git smb open file, for instance. Let's see, that's storage is self-explanatory. System drivers, scheduled tasks, services. Back to SMB. The nerd in me thinks that every time I hear SMB, I think Super Mario Brothers. Fun facts. Or not. Anyway, other PowerShell tools. Just to enter on this, just to see where that goes. Error message, not too surprising. Alright. Anyway, I've entered dir C:/, and as I hit tab, it starts going through the different folders Windows has. You'll see everything from boot to Intel to program files to, of course, Windows. And if you hit enter, let's see, it just gives us the mode, the last write time, and the name. If you type in set execute and hit tab, you get to see we get execution policy. Okay, apparently that's not the full thing. Set hyphen tab then hyphen confirm verbose debug error. Apparently this option resets the variable for, let's see, things such as debug actions, errors, warnings, variables, etc. And from here, Powershell keeps cycling through the legal values as the book is calling it. Anyway, that'll be all for right now. We just wanted to get our feet wet with PowerShell just to see what's out there and what we can do with it. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time on Getting Wise with Perrywise.